Who would you rather be? University of Miami that goes to the Final Four or UCF that has a fake national championship? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because neither one of them is the exact thing that you're looking for.
Yeah.
UCF proclaimed themselves national champions in football, but they weren't. And Miami got to the Final Four, but didn't get to the championship. Which one's the better calling card?
I hate to say this because I want to go the other way. It's UCF.
Because they were undefeated?
Because I have an undefeated season, and you can always argue that the voters messed me over. We watched Miami get their butt whooped by UConn.
I have listened to your argument, and you are incorrect. You'd rather be Miami, but I appreciate you giving us your opinion.
You let me play. Seriously.
I'd rather be FIU.
I knew that was coming.
Oh,
I knew that was coming.
Well, we beat Miami. Let's not forget. And we almost beat FAU, who was in the Final Four.
Right.
I think it's a no-brainer. You go with the Panthers, who, by the way, I don't know if you saw them petitioning to rename the FIU mascot. I tweeted FIU from Rory to Lamont Butler. I think it'd be just a truly phenomenal name change for FIU to adopt.
That's funny. That's funny.
It's FIU Lamont Butler.
The FIU Lamont Butler. Greatest Panther in FIU history.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Hoch, it's the Canes. What?
Well, I think it is because it's a legitimate March Madness tournament. It is so difficult to get to the Final Four. You got this other team out there that's just proclaiming ourselves like, sorry, you weren't in the tournament. Like anyone, like they can vote anyone into the playoffs. They didn't get voted in. And so you can't just go, well, we think like, no, I have definitive proof that Miami was in the Final Four. I think it's a no-brainer.
We have the best record in the nation. We're undefeated.
Yeah, but who did you play?
And that's an argument there. The only thing we're bringing this up, and you didn't say what year. You just said UCF, and everybody knows the UCF fake championship.
Right.
Are we talking
kind of as a goof?
It's a goof, but are we referencing back to UM's Final Four run in 6 years from now? I don't think so. We're going to make fun of UCF because of the fact that they do have an argument because they're undefeated and got no respect.
I still think
I don't
UM.
respect them. Let me make sure. I'm not arguing for UCF. I'm arguing for the question of I think UCF has more longevity and they have a better issue, a better argument.
I think it's because of a goof, though. I think it's a worse argument.
They won every game they played.
But here's the thing. There is a college football playoff. They weren't in it.
And the voters got it wrong.
Well, I mean, listen, I could have a little restaurant and say I should be a Michelin 5-star restaurant. They didn't show up. They didn't show up to rate my restaurant. Well, you've got a grilled cheese stand. Well, listen, I can't help it. I declare myself a Michelin 5-star restaurant. Like, that's what UCF did.
Usually undefeated teams get in the playoffs.
No.
Yes, they do.
No, not from tiny
is.
little conferences. What conference were they in back then?
CUS, was it CUS?
I don't know.
Or
I don't know.
AAC maybe. But it's a mid-major.
Sunbelt.
It's funny. It was one of those little mid-major colleges.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
we're undefeated.
Yeah, but whatever.
Nova
Southeastern went undefeated,
and they
didn't win the NCAA championship, Division I.
But they got a ring. They had They had a chance. UCF never had a chance.
In their cute little world, they had a chance. In UCF's cute little world, they did whatever.
What world are we living in, though? Like, there used to be a system where the team that finished with the number one overall point system in the AP or the BCS, they were the national champions. Okay, well, guess what? We changed from that system
to give teams an opportunity to compete in the playoffs.
They won the Peach Bowl that year, I believe, versus Auburn. You can't claim to be Peach Bowl winners and national championship winners. Doesn't work that way. You played in a bowl game that you won, by the way. You upset Auburn. You showed everybody you belong on that stage. Good for you. Alabama won the national championship that year. I watched it, saw Nick Saban, who I hate with the stupid little glass trophy. The hell are we talking about UCF?
Right. Yeah, proclaim yourself anything nowadays.
Remember when It wasn't. It was before BCS where there was 2 national champions.
Right, you could have a tie. You could have
co-national champions.
Because Auburn was one. Yeah, I remember back with Ronnie and Cadillac and them guys. I think they were co-national champions.
The Canes, one of the Canes national championships was a co-national championship.
Yes, and UCF is saying if those were still in place, we were 16-0.
They weren't even in the Final Four. They weren't no.
That's before there was college football playoffs.
Well, they weren't in the consideration. They were not close to being national champ. Not close to it. They were not close to it. There's a game to determine the national championship.
A schedule. I win every game on it.
Right. Congratulations on your little schedule.
That's all they get.
Somebody texted in, by the way, the highest rating for a Michelin star restaurant is 3 stars. So
that's why
had I declared myself a 5-star Michelin restaurant, which is what UCF is doing, just creating something out of thin air.